Yo, 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 yo. What's going, guys? Hooping News Updates, man. This is episode 13 of the Hooping News Update show, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. A lot has happened since the last time I streamed. The Celtics moved on to the NBA Finals. The Dallas Mavericks are up 3-0 with a chance to close the series out tonight. So there's a lot going on with the NBA, man. Very exciting. I'm just like, yeah, as a Celtics fan, bro, I'm happy they made the finals, but yeah, man, we need to get to the finals and get the job done this time. But yeah, for sure, I'm very happy that you know, that I got to see that my team at least is either in the conference finals or in the finals every year. It's a great feeling. What's going on, JT? But yeah, man, Celtics moved on. They swept the Indiana Pacers. I'll talk a little bit about that game right now. Yeah, man, it was a fun game. I mean, you first of all, let me give my respect to the Indiana Pacers. They played hard in that series. They pushed the Celtics in 3 out of the 4 games. The Pacers got a nice little young team. They do, and they got a good future. If Halliburton can stay healthy and they can bring back Siakam, I mean, they got a solid future. But yeah, man, they shot the hell out of the ball. Andrew Neymar, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm horrible at that last name. Ninard, like he's a great player. Future. He looks like a future star. Um, and then they got Neesmith. Neesmith's okay. Miles Turner, solid, talented, but a little soft, I think. But yeah, Indiana got a bright future. But enough about Indiana now. Let's talk about the Celtics. Tatum and Brown both played really well in the series. I thought, and then Jaylen Brown did win the MVP for the Eastern Conference, which, quite frankly, I think was the right choice. I thought Jaylen Brown played well. I thought that clutch shot he hit in Game 1 was fantastic. He played really well in Game 4 and in Game 2. I mean, Game 3 he was but Games 1, 2, and 4 he was fantastic. So he definitely deserved the MVP. But if they would have gave it to Tatum as well, I wouldn't have been mad at it. But yeah, I mean, I thought Jaylen was the right choice for sure. Um, but yeah, man, let's talk about now the Mavericks Timberwolves, right? Because listen, yeah, you're right, JT. They definitely had to work for that sweep for sure, man. They really had to. It wasn't a cakewalk. I know, like when people say like 4-0, that means it was an easy series. Not really. Just because you sweep a team, that doesn't mean the series was easy. I mean, like those were close games. 3 out of 4 games came down to like one possession. I mean, so like, yeah, you gotta you gotta put context into the sweep. But and Celtics got the job done. That's all that matters. I mean, they got the job done, point blank, period. But now on to Dallas and Minnesota. Listen, let me say this about Minnesota. Is Rudy Gobert overrated as a defense player? Yeah, he is. But here's my thing, right? People see because Rudy bashing and criticizing Rudy Gobert, that's the easy thing to do. Why is no one talking about Karl Anthony Towns? Can someone tell me that in the chat? Why is Karl Anthony Towns not getting any criticism, man? I think Karl Anthony Towns has been way worse in the series than Rudy Gobert has been. You know what I mean? Like I really believe that. Like I really believe that Rudy Gobert. I really believe that Rudy Gobert. Sure, has he played well? No, but Cat's been unplayable, bro. Conley Towns is getting heavily outplayed by Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford. You know what I mean? But Conley Towns ain't getting any criticism. Like you don't see Draymond Green and Stephen A. Smith and all these guys talking about how bad Cat has been. I mean, I think it's because Gobert won 4 Defense Player of the Year awards, so they're like trying to nitpick and like put him under a microscope like anytime he gets cooked. And believe me, Gobert has gotten cooked in the series. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's been good because he hasn't been. But Karl-Anthony Towns, to me, was the reason why they lost Game 3, and he was the reason partly to why they lost Game 2. To me, because when Karl-Anthony Towns isn't hitting jump shots, what's he do? What's he do well? Like, what does Karl-Anthony Towns do well when he's not hitting jumpers? I mean, like, I don't really think he does necessarily anything that well, because it's like, yeah, um, like he impact the game defensively? Does he protect the rim? Does he facilitate? What's he do? You know what I mean? Like, if he ain't scoring, I don't think he really adds impact to the game. Okay, TJ Gaming. Celtics will beat the Mavs. I think so too. I like the Celtics in 6 in that series. I heard LeBron might leave. I'm not buying it. I'm not going to believe LeBron's leaving the Lakers until I see that he does. Like, I don't think he wants to leave LA. And what should the Hawks do? Trade Trae Young and keep DeJounte Murray. That's what they should do. Cat is 7 foot for no reason. Yep. What's going on, Packers GOAT? What's going on, bro? Dude, Packers GOAT. It was crazy, man. How dominant that Pelicans team was that I made in 2K. That was one hell of a team. Would LeBron to the 76ers make the 76ers contenders? Yeah. I mean, sure. In the East, the Sixers would be contenders. You could probably say they'd be the second best team in the East on paper. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're better than a fully healthy Celtics team, but they'd be right there. They'd be the second best team in the East. But TJ Gaming, there's a report out about Jimmy Butler that the 76ers would pay Jimmy Butler the full max if, like, the Miami Heat don't want to and he forces a trade out of Miami. You know what I mean? That's the scuttlebutt going around right now. Fully healthy Bucks would be better than that team if Dame plays up to par. It would be a good series. I mean, if you put LeBron on the Sixers and the Bucks were fully healthy, I think that'd be an interesting series. I mean, I think that'd be an interesting series. Shit, JT. I hope Minnesota wins Game 4 and Game 5. I think we all pretty much know that Dallas is going to win the series, but, like, I hope Minnesota drags it out a bit. I mean, like, that's what I'm hoping for as a Celtics fan. I'm hoping that Minnesota wins tonight and they win Game 5. Just to wear Dallas out a little bit. But yeah, we'll have to see tonight. But either way, I could either see Dallas absolutely destroying them tonight and it's a blowout, or I could see Minnesota coming out and Minnesota's mental toughness is going to get tested tonight, because I'll be able to tell within, like, the first, like, 3 or 4 minutes of the game if Minnesota's in it or not. You know what I mean? Like, I need to see a sense of urgency from the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. Because if I don't see one early, then I know they're probably going to get blown out. So we'll have to see. Yeah, man. That's interesting. And then let me see what else is going on around the league. Brandon Miller says Michael Jordan was trash talking him. Was talking trash to him, and then Jordan airballed a free throw. That's funny. Jimmy Butler is determined to land a match extension. Quote, Jimmy Butler wants a match extension this offseason, preferably from the Heat, but whether it's the Heat or another team, he wants a match extension. The Philadelphia 76ers are prepared to offer Jimmy Butler a full max extension if they land him in a trade. Nick Claxton, Isaiah Hartenstein, Jonas Valanciunas are potential targets for the OKC Thunder. I'll tell you what, man. Nick Claxton or Hartenstein would be an amazing addition to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That'd be fantastic if either one of them joined. Sam Presti admits he lost the Gordon Hayward trade. Quote, I missed on that. That's on me, but I'm trying to learn this team, just trying to be a great observer of this team as it's going through its paces. I don't think I read that one perfect. Okay, so Sam Presti threw some shots at Gordon Hayward. Yikes. The Clippers are a team to monitor for DeMar DeRozan. Quote, as previously reported on Hoops Hype following the lottery, there's a belief around the league that DeMar DeRozan will ultimately resign with the Bulls, given the team's continued desire to compete, his role in Chicago, willingness to pay him. However, one team worth monitoring as a potential suitor for DeRozan via sign and trade is the Los Angeles Clippers. Should the franchise fail to re-sign Paul George in free agency, Hoops Hype has learned. And DeMar DeRozan would be a really good replacement for Paul George if Paul George was to leave. So let me ask you guys in the chat: what would a DeMar DeRozan, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden team do in the West? To me, I don't know that really changes anything. To be honest with you, I still think they'll win games in the regular season, but like I think that's still a first or a second round exit. I mean, do I think because Paul George to me has been getting like overrated a lot. I don't think Paul George has been that great over the past like 2 years. I mean, like he's been solid, he's been decent, he's been good, but I don't think you could say Paul George's been a flat out like star player. I mean, because I don't think he's been, to be honest with you. I think he's been a really good player. And like don't get me wrong. Again, Paul George is a really good player. But I'm not sure Paul George is that star that everyone thinks he is. You know what I mean? But I do agree with you, Packers. I think that would be a second round exit. But I like DeMar's fit on the Clippers. I think that'd be a good fit, and that'd be a nice piece to add if they lose Paul George. But again, this report also says that he's probably going to stay in Chicago because the Bulls just, for some weird reason, just won't tear it down and rebuild. They're content with being stuck in the middle. Not good enough to do anything significantly, and not bad enough to get a high draft pick. DeAndre Hunter to the Bucks would push us back in the bro. DeAndre Hunter's not good, bro. DeAndre Hunter sucks, man. DeAndre Hunter ain't good. Chris Paul. Okay, so Jeff Teague says that Chris Paul is just as good as Allen Iverson. Quote, his career is better than Allen Iverson's. So wow. So Jeff Teague thinks Chris Paul was better than Allen Iverson. Which, to be honest with you, that's a tough one, guys. What do you guys think in the chat? Who do you think's a better all-time player, Allen Iverson or Chris Paul? Because both players are completely different. Allen Iverson was a scoring machine, but Chris Paul was a floor general. So it's kind of hard to really compare the players because both players were really different. I mean, AI can heat up and get you buckets. Chris Paul was more of a facilitator. Like he would get his bigs involved in a pick and roll. He could shoot a little bit, but like he didn't shoot that much. He was more interested in like facilitating. So, I mean. I think both players are so different. It's kind of hard to compare them. So, like, I don't know. I really, really believe, though, that's what I think. Bro, man. Kendrick Perkins says he regrets voting for Rudy Gobert. Quote, he has tarnished the Defensive Player of the Year award. He is not respected by his peers. Wow. Kendrick Perkins, a guy that, here's my thing about here's my beef with Kendrick Perkins, right? Kendrick Perkins was not a good NBA player. He was not. Okay, Kendrick Perkins averaged like 4 points and like 6-7 rebounds for his career. Because I think that's what he averaged. I think he averaged somewhere around that for his NBA career, like 4 and 7 or something like that, because he didn't score that much. And he didn't, and wasn't even that great of a rebounder either. I mean, so for Perkins to sit up here and like criticize players that are like 50 times better than him, I think that's hilarious. But I will say this about Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert, he's definitely played bad in the series. But again, just like I said, beginning the video, where's that smoke for Karl-Anthony Towns? Because Karl-Anthony Towns is soft, man. Towns is soft. I don't think Rudy is not a good player. I'm not saying he's a great player. Like I mean, I don't know, man. Like I Rudy struggled in this series. I'm not saying he hasn't, but like, where is that same energy for Cat? Cat has been absolutely unplayable, atrocious in this series. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like it's not even funny how bad it is with Karl-Anthony Towns right now. And he's getting paid what? I think he's getting paid like $40 million, $45 million a year. You know what I mean? And he got benched at home. At home. In a must-win game, or you would go down 2-0 but to Naz Reid. He got benched at home in a must-win game because that's how bad he played. Like, so, yeah, Cat, man. Cat's not good, and I don't think Cat's getting enough criticism. Bobby Portis or Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, Cat, I'll say this Packers GOAT. I think the casual viewer would take Karl-Anthony Towns because he's a bigger name than Bobby Portis. But, I mean, I would rather, shit, man. I like Bobby Portis' toughness. I mean, I think he got toughness. And really, he could shoot. I mean, he could shoot from three, and he's a really good mid-range scorer. I mean, and I think he's tougher than Karl-Anthony Towns. So, maybe to win a title, Bobby Portis. But I think if Karl-Anthony Towns was your number one option, or Bobby Portis was your number one option, I think Karl-Anthony Towns would put up better stats than Bobby Portis. But if I'm trying to win a championship, I don't know, man. I think I might take Bobby Portis just because of that toughness aspect, and he could shoot and do a lot of the same shit that Karl-Anthony Towns can do, but except that he's tough. I like that. So. But it's close. I think it's a lot closer than what the casual viewer would say. All right. Oh yeah, here we go. Boards is in the building. That's typical Boards right there. Don't even say what's good or what's up. Hi hooping, like how you doing? Nope. He comes right in and fucking says double pillows. I explained last stream why I have double pillows. The Indiana Pacers are preparing to offer Pascal Siakam a max contract this summer. No surprise there. They have to keep him, and he played really well in the playoffs. So, yeah, do I think Siakam's a max player though? That's interesting. I think Siakam's like right on the border of being a max player. If Siakam plays how he played in the playoffs, then he for sure is. But like, I still don't know. I mean, like, let me ask you guys in the chat. Do you guys think that Pascal Siakam is a max player? Because I think it's close. He's going to get the max, obviously, because of how well he played. But, I mean, because I still think Siakam does have some limitations in this game. I still think he's somewhat limited with his skill set. But the thing Siakam can do really well, he's really, really good at. I agree, Packers good. I would give him the max too if I was Indiana because two things: Indiana can't attract free agents like that, and they traded a decent amount for him. They gave up some first round picks and shit, so they have to keep that investment, and they have to bring him back on a max. And I think he's going back there. I mean, I think a fully healthy Halliburton and a second year Siakam, I think they're going to be a really good duo because a lot of things that like gets underrated with midseason trades, especially with star players, like it doesn't work right away because it's such a huge adjustment midseason. Like these type of trades like happen like in the summer, and it's easier to like have a training camp and like integrate it and shit. But when it happens like in the middle of the season, and then you really don't have time to like get them pieces to gel right, it could take time. So I think with a full off season with Halliburton and Siakam as a duo, I think they could be a really, really good duo, really fun duo to watch next year in the NBA. So Yeah, I think he's definitely going back there. Okay, so ESPN's Mike Greenberg made a top 5 list today. He said Mike Greenberg's top 5 most dominant runs to the NBA Finals ever. Okay, so I'm going to go 5-1. Number 5, the 1983 Philadelphia 76ers. Number 4, the 2024 Celtics. Number 3, the 2001 Lakers. Number 2, the 1996 Bulls. And number 1, the 2017 Golden State Warriors, man. So when I look at this list, the 01 Lakers are obviously there because they were undefeated in the West. They only lost one game the whole playoffs to Allen Iverson. The 2017 Warriors, obviously, for sure, they were dominant. The 1983 Sixers, I really don't know enough about that team, but I will say that they're probably dominant if they're on this list. So, and then the 2024 Celtics, man. And listen, man, here's what I don't like, right? And why I brought this up, because I want to go on a rant. Because I'm seeing everyone trying to discredit the Celtics, like, because they got to the finals and they say, oh, they didn't play anybody. Here's my thing, right? The Celtics wouldn't have, with you guys, the Celtics wouldn't have won either way. Because if the Celtics would have, let's just say, like, they would have won 7 games with Cleveland, right? Or, like, they won, like, 6 with Indiana. People would say, oh, the Celtics are fraudulent. Oh, why did Indiana win 2 games? Or, oh, why did Cleveland push them to 6 or 7? But when the Celtics dominate them teams, right, then it's a cakewalk. It's easy. It's this. It's that. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of you are picking the Mavericks. But what doesn't make sense to me, and this where I lose some of you guys with this, because you guys say, oh, the Celtics are a super team. They're so, like, they have so much talent. They're stacked. But yet I'm seeing basically everyone on Twitter, on the internet, pick the Dallas Mavericks to beat them in a series. Why is that? I mean, so, like, you guys can't have it. You guys can't have it, like, either way. Are the Celtics a super team or not? You know what I mean? It's because, bro, Kyrie's not better than Tatum, bro. I don't even, honestly, I don't even think Kyrie's better than Jaylen Brown. I really don't. Like, a lot of y'all sleep on Jaylen Brown. You know what I mean? Like, Kyrie's fantastic. Kyrie's a great player, but bro, Tatum is better than Kyrie, first of all, and so is, and to me, Jalen's just as good as Kyrie. Now, if you want to say Luka's the best player in the series, like, I won't argue with you, and because Luka is the best player in the series, but to say that Kyrie's better than Tatum or Brown, I think that's ridiculous, because Tatum and Brown have done something that Kyrie can never do. They were their own guys on their own team and led them to the finals. Kyrie had to have LeBron James to get him to the finals, and Kyrie had to have Luka to get him to the finals. You know what I mean? That's something that, to be honest with you, when Kyrie was in Boston, he couldn't do it. When Kyrie was in Brooklyn, he couldn't do it. You know what I mean? It's just funny, when Kyrie left the Celtics basically got better every single season. That's all I'm gonna say. But that's for another time in another video. Packers GOAT, bro. If you don't stop this Tatum hate, man, Keegan fucking Murray, it will never ever be on Jason Tatum's level. Like, y'all guys, bro. Why? What did Tatum do to y'all? Why does Tatum get so much hate, bro? Is it because Tatum doesn't shit talk every time he scores a basket? Is that why? Or is that because, oh, he does an aura? Is that why? Like, some of you guys are done with these reasons, man. Just give me a legit reason why why you hate Tatum. I don't understand it. I really don't. Yeah, see? There you go. That has nothing to do with basketball. Like, aura has nothing to do with basketball. I don't give a fuck about your aura. I don't care how you dress to the games. I don't give a fuck if you shit talk players. I don't care if you make bold statements in post-game press conference. I don't give a shit about that. Do you go on the court and produce wins? Do you lead your team to wins? Yes or no? And Jason Tatum, ever since he's gone to Boston, deep playoff runs basically every year. What has Jalen Brunson done? What has Anthony Edwards done? Them guys haven't done jack shit compared to Jason Tatum. Has Jalen Brunson ever even been to a conference? Well, he did that 1 year with Dallas. Has Jalen Brunson ever led a team to the Eastern Conference Finals or to the NBA Finals? Has Anthony Edwards ever led a team to the NBA Finals? No. Has Jason Tatum led a team to the NBA Finals? Yes. Twice. Thank you, Packers Goes. At least you say that he's better, because a lot of people are trying to put Anthony Edwards and Jalen Brunson on that level, but they're not. They're not on that level. I know exactly, JT. The Tatum hate's ridiculous. It's absurd. A lot of hate I see is absurd. It really is. They're just at this rate. They're just making up reasons. You know what I mean, to hate Tatum. It's utterly ridiculous, man. And then they put these other guys on a pedestal that haven't done jack shit in the NBA. You know what I mean? Seriously, man. He's not. He's a number two. If you lead a team to the NBA Finals, how are you number two? Tatum has proven twice, not once, but twice, as a number one option, he can lead a team to the NBA Finals. How are you number two when you've done it twice? I'm not talking. Okay, was he bad in the finals? Yeah. I'm talking about he led them there, though. He got them there. That's the point. Tatum got them to the finals twice. 2022 and then this year. He got them there. I'm not talking about how he played in the finals, because obviously he didn't play that well in the finals. But I'm talking about up to that. Up to that. He got him there. I just need to know. And then other player. I'm trying to think of other players that they tried putting on that pedestal. SGA. How is SGA better than Tatum? What does SGA do that's better than Tatum? Is SGA a better rebounder? Is SGA a better scorer? What does SGA do better than Tatum? Is he a better defender than Tatum? What's SGA do that's better than Tatum? What's he do? Because I'm seeing a lot of people just put SGA in them combos too. What does SGA do that's better than Tatum? Thank you, JT. That's all, bro. That's like 90% of his offense, man. Drawing fouls. He's not a better defender, man. He's not a better scorer either. Tatum gets his buckets like more smoothly than SGA does. SGA has to rely on a lot of calls from the refs to get to the free throw line. You know what I mean? SGA is the guard version of Joel Embiid. I mean, I always say that about SGA. He's like, if Joel Embiid was a guard, that would be SGA. That's what it would be. I'm not hating, bro. Like I see, that's another guy like SGA that you're putting on a pedestal that hasn't done shit in the league. You know what I mean? Like you guys put these guys on these pedestals that haven't done anything. You know what I mean? SGA hasn't even gone to the conference finals once in his career. And before you guys say, oh, he's young. No, he's not. Him and Tatum are the same age. Let's talk about that. Tatum and SGA are the same age. Tatum has made 2 NBA finals and made like 5 Eastern Conference finals. SGA hasn't even sniffed the conference finals once. Let's talk about that. Shall we? Okay, so you're asking me what's better, 25, 6, and 3 on 54, 36 splits, or 26, 10, and 6 on 44, 29 splits? Okay. Hold on. So I'm guessing the 25, 6, and 3. I'm guessing that's SGA's numbers, and I'm guessing the 26, 10, and 6 is Tatum's numbers. But I'll tell you this. I would do Tatum because, look, 10 and 6. Tatum's a great defender. He's a great rebounder. And he's just as good he's like on the same level as SGA playmaking. You know what I mean? Sure, did he shoot the ball like as well as he could have? No, but like just because you don't shoot the ball that well sometimes doesn't mean like you're the worst player. And then okay, I'll read your comment. Hooping, Boston would have, hoop. Okay, let me read that one more time. Hooping, Boston would not have made the finals if Middleton wasn't injured. Bro, that's every year though. Okay, since you want to play that game, Packers go. Let's play that game. You guys would have won that championship if KD didn't get injured, if Harden didn't get injured, and if Kyrie didn't get injured. You want to play that game? We can play that game all freaking night. And my bad, I know KD didn't get injured, but Harden and Kyrie did. If Kyrie and Harden didn't get injured, the Bucks wouldn't have won the championship. So that injury game, we can play that game all night. We really can. Injuries are a part of the game. You know what I mean? To win a championship, you have to be lucky and good. You have to have the luck go your way, and you got to have a good team. Whose stats is better? I just told you. I like Tatum's stats better because Tatum more rebounds and just as good as and basically the same on playmaking. I mean that clears it for me. And it looks like Tatum does average one more point than SGA too. So there you go. I just answered that. Kyrie and Harden got injured. Packers go, and you're throwing some Dante DiVincenzo in my face. Oh, it's bro. I thought the debate was SGA versus Tatum, though. Thank you, JT. Like Tatum just wants to win, man. Tatum just wants to win. You know what I mean? That's all it is. He is a good player. Packers go. I'm not saying he's not. Dante's good. But Brooklyn had Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving on the same team, and for y'all to win. And by the way, it was a dogfight Game 7 still, with Kyrie missing like the last 3 or 4 games of that series. Brooklyn still pushed you guys to 7 with Harden on one leg and KD. KD and a one-legged Harden still almost beat you guys. If Kyrie was healthy, y'all would have got swept or beaten 5. Period. What? No, you don't. You don't win that series. If Brooklyn had Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and Harden fully healthy, you guys don't win that series. No, because it went to 7 and it was a dogfight, even with Kyrie missing the rest of that series and Harden being on one leg. There's no way in hell you guys win that series. There's no chance. You guys don't win. Period. There's no way. There's no way the Bucks win that series if the Nets are fully healthy. There's no way. 0 chance. None. All right, Boards, what's your question? Not gonna lie, I'd be scared to rep Celtics gear in Philly. It's just basketball. It's just basketball. I mean, like it ain't that deep. Boards, I'm gonna put you in timeout for that because that's yeah. I don't like that question. I'm gonna put you in timeout. Read last. You don't talk about how the Bucks didn't have Giannis for a few. Bro, it was against the Hawks. It was against it was against the Hawks. And guess what? In that series too, Trae Young missed a couple games too. It was the Hawks, man. The fucking Hawks. Of course, when you have a fully healthy Middleton, Holiday, and Brook Lopez, you should still be able to beat Atlanta. I didn't say that, but you said that Giannis was injured, but Trae Young was also injured too in that series too. Both guys got injured towards the end of the series, but the Bucks had a better overall team than the Hawks did. So, yeah. Packers go. Like, I just can't believe you just told me that you think that if the Brooklyn Nets were fully healthy, that the Bucks still would have beat. There's no way, or zero chance. Jeff Teague. Hey, Packers go. Remember Jeff Teague played for the Bucks? Yeah, neither do I. But he rode the bench when they won the championship. And Jeff Teague went on his podcast and said that he and most of the players on that team thought they would lose to Brooklyn in that series. So even the Bucks' own players weren't confident they were going to win that series until those guys got injured. You know what I mean? Like, they're man. Yeah. That was the real Mickey Mouse year, JT. That was such a Mickey Mouse year, bro. It's not even funny. The Celtics were 36-36 that year, by the way. The team that Danny Ainge put around Tatum and Brown that year was disgusting. It was so bad. Hey, JT, go back and look at that Celtics roster, man. Go look at the scrubs they put around Tatum and Brown that year. It was, yeah. that was a nightmare. That's a season that I never ever want to watch again. I want to forget. I want to forget that season even existed. Give Giannis his respect. I like Giannis, but they're not beating a fully healthy Nets team with KD, Kyrie, and Harden. They're not doing it. And then people say, "Oh, if the Miami Heat were healthy this year, that they would have beaten the Celtics. Oh, if Cleveland had Jared Allen, they would have beaten the Celtics. If New York didn't get injured, a fully healthy Knicks team would have beaten the Celtics. No, they wouldn't have. Celtics won 64 games this year. They're like 14 games better than the second best team in the East. Like, no, it wouldn't have happened. I know, JT, it was a nightmare. It was bad. But, like, the Celtics won 64 games this year, right? The Heat were a play-in team even with Butler. The Cavaliers were a mediocre team basically all year, even when that team was fully healthy. And the Knicks, I mean, yeah, the Knicks were good, but I still think the Celtics would have handled them because I don't think Jalen Brunson could be the number one guy on a title team. I never believed it, and I don't think I'll ever believe that Jalen Brunson can lead a team to a championship. I think if New York ever wants to get on that level, I think New York got to add a better player than Brunson and put him with Brunson. So that's my take on it. I don't think Jalen Brunson's a number one on a title team. Bro, Packers go. Tatum is the number one because Tatum has proven that he's a number one because Tatum got them to the finals twice. If you're not a number one option, then you don't get your team to the finals. Point blank, period. We can use that same logic with Paul George at Indiana. If Paul George wasn't a number one option because he couldn't get them to the NBA finals. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Tatum is a number one option because he's proven twice now that he can get him to the East, that he can get him to the NBA finals. Do I think SGA is a number one option? I don't know. Because his teams he couldn't beat the Dallas Mavericks this year, and I think the Oklahoma City Thunder had a more talented roster than the Dallas Mavericks have. I mean, and then they still didn't win that series. So I don't know. The jury's still out on SGA. It's still out on them. I need to see some from SGA next year, but we'll have to see. With the roster and the GM and the coach they got, he probably can be, but yeah. Next year will be the real litmus test for SGA, for sure. I'll give him a pass this year because a lot of their players were young, and you're right, they didn't have that many good bigs, but they should add a couple bigs, and we'll see what happens. Nick should trade for Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, that'd be nice in theory, but I don't think Donovan Mitchell's leaving Cleveland. And then you asked me who wins in a 7-game series, the 21 Bucks or the 24 Celtics. So fully healthy, right? So if I remember correctly, I think the Bucks starting lineup fully healthy was Drew Holiday, was Dante before he got injured, Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez, right? And then Bobby Portis was the sixth man off the bench. Am I correct on that, Packers goat? And obviously 24 Celtics is D. White, Drew, Tatum, Jalen, and Porzingis. Okay. So that's hard though, because like I think it'd be a great series. I think it would go 7 games. I think it'd be a 7-game series. I think the Celtics would win that series. I think the Celtics, I think this year's Celtics teams are one to I think they're an all-time team. I don't know if that 21 Bucks team is an all-time great team. What's going on, Legendsy? Why time me out? She asked the question. I don't know. I didn't like. It was one of those questions you asked me. I forget what it was. I didn't like it. Too personal of a question, so I put you in timeout for it. What's going on, Legendsy? But I'd probably take the 24 Celtics over the 21 Bucks in a series. It'd be close though. Like it'd be a good series. It'd be a great series, but that's how strong. That's how highly believe I play. That's how highly I believe in the 24 Celtics. I think they're that good. The 08 Celtics or the 24 Celtics? They were really debating this yesterday. I don't know. Legendsy. What rules are we playing under? Because back in 08, it was still a low scoring physical league. If they were playing under today's rules with how ticky tack the fouls are and shit, that'd be a good series too. I'd probably take that 08 Celtics team though, just because I think the 08 Celtics team was hungry, and that was yeah, KG still sort of in his prime. Pierce was in his prime. Ray Allen was like at the tail end of his prime. Paul Pierce. So I would probably take honestly, Legendsy, I'd probably take the 08 Celtics in that series. I think it'd be a good series though, but I would take the 08 Celtics. The 24 Celtics or the 2020 Lakers. If we're fully healthy, the 2024 Celtics. Because I don't think the Lakers face that great. I don't think the Lakers really face that much competition that year. To be honest with you, and I know you guys are holding that against the 24 Celtics. So I can hold the 2020 Lakers competition against the 2024 Celtics competition. If you guys are going to hold the competition against the Celtics this year, I can do that for the Lakers in 2020 as well. I don't think they played a lot of great teams. If I remember correctly, they played Portland in the first round, and then Damian Lillard got injured like halfway through that series, I think. And then they played Houston in the second round, and Houston didn't have a center. You know what I mean? And they had JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, and Anthony Davis, and Houston ran Russell Westbrook at the 5. So that wasn't a good matchup. And then they faced the inexperienced Nuggets team that didn't have enough seasoning yet. So, and then he played a watered down Miami team. I mean, so I don't know. It'd be a good series. That'd be another really good series. I think it'd go 7 games. Legendsy, is that the Celtics' fault? See, and I don't think Donovan Mitchell was really that injured. I think Donovan Mitchell didn't want to play for that coach anymore. So either way, if Mitchell was fully healthy, the Celtics still smoke him in that series. Because in Games 1 and Game 3, the Celtics smoked Cleveland and Mitchell was healthy in those games. Legendsy, you're a good dude, but you're funny, man. You really think if Tyrese Halliburton was healthy, that would have made a difference? You really think, bro? The Celtics, okay, would have been okay. Maybe they would have gotten 1 game, maybe. But come on, man. The 24 Celtics were getting to the finals this year, no matter who they faced in the East. I don't care if it was a fully healthy Bucks team. I don't care if it was a fully healthy Knicks team. I don't care if it was a fully healthy Heat team. The 2024 Celtics were getting to the finals no matter what this year in the East, because they were so much better than every team in the East. Who's better all time, Roman Reigns or CM Punk? I like that question, Packers Goat. I'm biased. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love CM Punk. I'm a CM Punk guy. But like Roman Reigns has been, especially like this last run that he had with the world title. I think he kind of saved WWE. So it's close. But again, Punk, I think, saved WWE in 2011 because before that pipe bomb, I think a lot of people were losing interest in WWE. I think CM Punk brought a lot of old fans back with that pipe bomb that he had. So I think both are major, like all time greats. But I, I think it's close. I really think that debate's close between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And I hope CM Punk gets healthy because I think him and Roman Reigns should have a feud. So that's for another day though. Punk and Roman should definitely clash against each other. Hopefully one day. And then Lindsay asked me Tatum or Giannis. I'd take Giannis. Don't worry, Packers. Packers go. You come on. Let's be for real, man. You weren't unsubbing either way. But I'm not a homer. I mean, I'm not like this just biased like delusional guy. Like I'll give you what I really think. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think Giannis is better than Tatum. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's see here. It did happen. Packers go. It happened in Ring of Honor. AJ Styles versus CM Punk did happen. Packers go. It happened in Ring of Honor. It happened like in the early 2000s. It was like 2001, 2002, I would say. But Styles and Punk did clash. Punk actually, yeah, they had one match. JT, it has like 11 million views on YouTube. But I want to. I knew JT. I knew that Punk and Roman fought before, but I want to see them have an actual feud against each other, like a long feud. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. Punk versus Roman could be like a WrestleMania main event. If we're being completely honest, that could easily main. If that would main event WrestleMania like 2 years from now, like I don't think anyone would really be surprised. Honestly, if that was the main event of WrestleMania one of these years. Like if you said 3 years from now, Punk and Roman are going to main event night 2 of WrestleMania, would anyone really be surprised? I don't think anyone would be that surprised. What's going on, OCT? Fact, just like Punk and Rollins, yeah, man. I need Punk to get healthy, man. Who's better, 2024 Jaylen Brown or 2021 Devin Booker? 2024 Jaylen Brown. 2024 Jaylen Brown for sure. I don't like Devin Booker. I think I've made it really clear, Lindsay, that I don't really have like I'm not a Devin Booker guy. I'm not. I'm not a Devin Booker fan. So I would take Jaylen Brown. Rollins my top 20 of all time. In the ring, sure, Seth is one of the best in the ring. I do think Seth has stolen a lot of shit though from a lot of people when it comes to his character work. You know what I mean, again, like this curtain, like the last gimmick that he had, I thought he was a Randy Savage, CM Punk ripoff with a lot of his shit. I mean, I thought he stole Randy Savage's gimmick to a certain degree with his outfits and shit. Did you see that Luca? Did you see Luca do the same shit or the same? Or did you see Luca do the same pose to Ant? If he did, that's hilarious. That's hilarious if he did. Exactly, Packers goat. So that's where Seth learned it from. And Seth, see, I don't think Seth and Punk really hate each other. Like I know they want people to believe that. They might have had a disagreement in the past, but I don't think they actually hate each other. I think it's all work. And Punk McIntyre, that's a fantastic feud, but that's also work too. Never really believe anything in pro wrestling. Just assume it's all work at all times. Because, yeah, just assume it's a work. I think Luke is a front runner. Yeah, Luke is a front runner because Luke is one of them guys that when he's up and he's hitting shots and shit, like, oh man, he'll shit talk anybody. But when Luke is missing shots, and he'll pout, he'll throw a temper, temper transom, and he'll bitch to the referees all game. You know what I mean? I need to start respecting. I respect Seth. I'm not a Seth guy. I mean, I'm not a fan. Like I respect his work. He's a good wrestler, but I don't. I'm not a. I don't. I'm not a draw. Like I'm not drawn to him. I mean, like I'm not. What he does, like it doesn't. He don't wow me. You have to deal with, bro. Okay, let him talk. All right. And another underrated thing, when the Celtics and Mavericks played each other this year in both games, what the you know what Missoula did really well. You know what Missoula did really well when Celtics and Mavericks played each other twice. He put Luka in actions. See, if you make Luka work on defense, not the second game, Legend Z. It was post the trade deadline. It was when the Mavericks were fully healthy and had that roster. So yeah, maybe the first game, sure, but the second game, the Mavericks were fully healthy and had their whole trade deadline roster, and the Celtics beating by like 25, I think. I mean, it was a blowout. So, Legend Z, bro, you're making excuses, man. You're making excuses. Those all I hear are excuses there. I mean, they got their ass kicked by the Celtics in that game. Period. Seth is amazing on the mic as well. Well, when he's serious and he's not his goofy self, yeah, I want to see a serious Seth. If Seth could show me a series, if Seth could show me a series side of him, I like him a little bit more. It's the regular season though, but okay, okay. You say it's regular season, but how am I supposed to like judge the matchup then if I don't take that game into consideration, like Z? Because there's tape of the two teams playing each other, and there's tape of the Celtics kicking the Mavericks' ass. So, how am I supposed to not like take that game into consideration? How? Butler's leaving? Man, I don't know. I don't think they want to give him a max. I don't think they want to max him out. Yeah. Listen, I said back in March. See, if you guys would follow me on Twitter at and hooping, if you guys would just follow me on Twitter, I told you guys in March that I said the Dallas Mavericks are a sleeping giant in the West. That it wouldn't shock me if the Dallas Mavericks made it to the conference finals or to the finals. I said it back in March. I said it before. I said it before the take became popular because a lot of people were picking. Oh, they said, oh, they'll lose to the Clippers in the first round. I was like, no, they're not. I picked the Mavericks to beat the Clippers in that series. You know what I mean? I literally said I thought the Dallas Mavericks were going to steamroll the Clippers. Dallas, yeah, it'll be a great series. It will be. It'll be a great series. I think it'll be a fantastic series, Legend Z. I really do. I said Wolves in 6. I'm not perfect. I mean, Lindsay, you probably gotten predictions wrong too. I mean, like it is what it is, man. I said it'd be a great series, and I literally said before that, like right before that prediction, I literally said if the Dallas Mavericks won that series, I wouldn't be surprised. So like, yeah, um, okay, Wolves in 6. I mean, here's my take. Right, if you want to know my take, what's wrong with Minnesota? It's Karl-Anthony Towns. I think Karl-Anthony Towns is the softest big man in the NBA. I really do. I think Karl-Anthony Towns is the softest guy in the league. And I think when he's not hitting shots, I think he's a liability out there. And I think Karl-Anthony Towns, you could say cost them game 2 and game 3 of the series with his lack of just being good and being productive. And Rudy Gobert was also not very good. I mean, they're hunting Gobert on defense. They are. I mean, they're trying to get Gobert in every action. I mean, so I think both are at fault, but again, too, it's also a young team. I mean, you got Ant Edwards and Jaden McDaniels. Them guys are young players, so it's kind of a learning experience. And what I think happened too is I think they got too full of themselves when they beat the Denver Nuggets in that series. I think when they beat the Nuggets, I thought they got too cocky. That's what I thought. I thought they got too cocky in that series. I really do. Nah, man, like Z, what they need to do is trade Karl-Anthony Towns. That's what they need to do. That's the move I'm making about Minnesota. I'm moving off of Karl-Anthony Towns. I'm trading Towns if I'm them. I'm definitely moving off Karl-Anthony Towns for sure. I don't think Ant's a front runner because I think Ant still does talk shit. I mean, he did clearly say that that he still thinks they're going to come back up down from 3-0. Who wants Kate? Lindsay, there's always a stupid buyer out there everywhere, man. There's going to be a team that talks themselves into it. You know what I mean? And that's what everyone was saying a few years ago about Westbrook. Like, oh, who would want Westbrook in his contract? Oh, who would want John Wall in his contract? And those guys still got traded. You know what I mean? So if them guys can get traded with their contracts, then them guys can get traded. Yeah, man, the Pistons are poverty, so it wouldn't shock me. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this stream, man. It was a fun stream. I'll be back on here in a few days. It's gonna be hard making these streams, especially with the Mavericks win tonight. There's not gonna be any NBA games for like the next 9 days, so it's gonna be interesting. And then already, yeah, I got some shit I gotta do. You know, I mean, before the game starts, and I got some run around I gotta do. But yeah, guys, smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, man. I'll catch you all in a few days. Peace. Gotcha. I pranked you all. Look. I oh, man, I ain't leaving yet. I got you guys. I really did. Man. Oh man, I pranked the shit out of you guys, man. I wanted to say I was leaving and actually hit the button just to see how many people I got with it, and I got, yeah, that was a funny prank there. You guys got to admit that was pretty funny. You got to admit, you got to admit that was pretty good. That was good. I'm giving myself on a pat on the back for that. That was good. That was a good prank. I got you guys. Do a jump shop update? Maybe. We'll see. I don't think that'd be a bad idea. Bro, Packers go. Do you see my Pelicans roster? Come on, man. We're going back to back. We're going back to back. I'm 6'3", Legendsy. I'm like 6'2.5", 6'3". It depends who. I think myself I'm 6'3", but you can say I'm like 6'2" and like 6'2.5". Bro, look at my roster, Packers go. I got like 490 overalls on that roster. See, you guys are playing checkers. I'm playing chess. You know what I mean? For real though, like Packers go. You guys are playing checkers. I'm playing chess. Because you're like, oh, don't trade. Send the first season. Like, hell no, man. I'm gonna add some players. You know what I mean? I'm gonna add this guy, and I'm gonna add this guy. You know what I mean? So I built that foundation. I really did. That's normal trash talk, Legend Z. NBA players are not actually going to fight. I haven't really looked at your roster, Packers Go. I'll have to check it out when I get on next time. But what I think about Turner, but like I was saying, NBA players don't fight for real. Like NBA players don't fight for real. Who is the fakest tough guy in the league? Patrick Beverly. I would go Patrick Beverly. I would go Draymond Green. I would go who else, man? Fake tough guys. And I say Draymond because here's the thing: Draymond only picks on a certain type of NBA player. You know what I noticed about Draymond? You know who he picks on? It'll be controversial, but I don't give a shit. You know who Draymond picks on? The white European players. Draymond picks on the guys that know that won't fight back. Draymond will attack the players that he know won't go back at him. And those are the white European players. Someone had to say it. I'll be the guy that says it. Queso's walking. Oh, Queso. Yeah, Queso really could cause an earthquake. Do I think Giannis is tough? Yeah. Fake tough? I don't know. Marquise Chris? Yeah. There's a couple fake tough guys, man. There are. There's a lot of fake tough guys in the league. I mean, but I'd say Draymond and Patrick Beverly because them two pick on a certain type of player. You know what I mean, those guys go after players that won't do anything to them, and that's like my definition of being a fake tough guy. You know what I mean, like that really is that's my definition of being fake and trying to be tough. Man, I might be able to get a good video of that Tatum rant because I went off. I went off. I see Isaiah Stewart's not a fake tough guy. Isaiah Stewart, if you guys remember correctly, Isaiah Stewart punched somebody in the tunnel a couple months ago, and I think he got charges pressed on him for it. So Isaiah Stewart does seem like someone that will go up to you and punch you in the face. You know what I mean? Because he literally did that to somebody earlier in the season. Greg Monroe, Moose Monroe. I remember Greg Monroe in the Celtics. Greg Monroe actually played pretty good for the Celtics. Yeah. I know. See, let's see, that's what I'm talking about. Draymond only goes after one type of player. He goes after the European guys. Don't listen, man. Dude. He went after Steven Adams. He went after Sabonis. He went after Rudy Gobert. He went after Sabonis. I mean, he only goes after the European guys that won't fight back. He tried Jokic, but Jokic got in his face. I mean, Jokic will actually go back at Draymond, so that's why Draymond doesn't really try Jokic like that. But those other European guys, them guys ain't going to do nothing to Draymond. I mean, that's why Draymond goes after them guys. Am I right or wrong? Can someone in the chat tell me if I'm right or wrong about Draymond? Because I feel like I'm telling the truth about him. I feel like I'm telling you guys. Go look at Draymond Green altercations. They're mostly with fucking European guys. They're mostly with European players. They are. I'd say like 97, 98% of their altercations that Draymond gets into are with European players. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't go after people that can actually like stand up to him. He's gonna go after the players that will fucking that he can pick on. You know what I mean? They won't do anything to him. Those are the guys he goes after. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Dre. Yeah. 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 And Porzingis, bro. Am I Legend Z? Are you seeing the pattern? Like I really hope. I'm really hoping I'm trying. I started something here. I really hoping that I'm fucking seeing that I'm getting you guys on the right track here with this. Because I've been holding in for years now with Draymond. Because it drives me nuts. All I see anymore is Draymond going after European guys. That's it. Literally, it's European guys. He goes after all the European players. Boards, 2 minutes go. I'm done trolling. Also boards, 2 minutes later, trolling again. Again, Legacy, okay, those guys ain't European, but them guys ain't going to do nothing to him. Still, KD's soft. KD ain't going to do nothing to Draymond. And Jordan Poole's soft, too. You think any of them guys are doing anything to Draymond? Draymond goes after guys that won't do anything to him. You know what I mean? Those are guys that Draymond picks on. Draymond won't pick on somebody that will actually stand up and do, and he won't pick on someone else stand up to him. Grant Williams, all again, like, all right, what are you saying? Hooping. Okay, I see it now. Hooping. What if Jabari Parker never got injured? Jabari Parker was solid when he was healthy. But I think he got injured. What? Was that his rookie year he got injured? I think it was either his first or second year where he tore his ACL. Exactly, Legend Z. I really, really hope I'm really, really hoping you guys are seeing the pattern here about Draymond Green. Isaiah Stewart, JT. Isaiah Stewart would eat that guy for lunch. Isaiah Stewart would destroy Draymond in a real fight. I'm telling you, bro. Draymond's not a real dude. Hey, you want to know how I know Draymond's a fake tough guy? You guys remember a couple years ago, Tristan Thompson went into a nightclub and socked Draymond Green in the face, and Draymond Green didn't do anything about it. Tristan Thompson walked right into the nightclub, from what I read, and he punched Draymond right in the face, and Draymond didn't do a damn thing about it. Fake tough guy. He doesn't stand up to people that will stand up to him. He's a bully. He goes after people that won't do anything to him. He said some bullshit to Tristan Thompson on the court. Tristan Thompson went into the club and boom, socked him right in the face. From what I read. Exactly, man, Legend Z. He ain't serious. You know what I mean? That's what happened. Imagine this fatal four-way match. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels versus Seth Rollins versus Bret Hart. It'd be a hell of a match. It'd be a hell of a technical wrestling match. I would pay money to see that match. That'd be fun. But I think there's a polar bear in Arlington, Texas in that match. Packers GOAT. I think you know who I'm talking about. There's someone in that match that doesn't belong there. There's somebody there that just needs out of that match ASAP. All right, Board, you're out of pocket. Back in timeout, you go. You're out. You're out of pocket. Boards is always out of pocket. Always boards. All. Devin N&M. Yeah, I've had it for a couple months now. What? It's a little N&M with him shooting a basketball. I like it. I think it's a cool knick-knack. I'm not. Hold on. What's your go-to mood if you hoop? What's my go-to move if I shoot or if I hoop? I'm shooting. I'm just gonna shoot the 3-pointer. You know? Sometimes I could post up too, Legend Z. Like if I have a smaller guy on me, I can post up and score at the rim. You know what I mean? I could score. I could finish at the rim again if I have a smaller guy on me in the post. I don't need it, bro. Legend Z, Legend Z, bro. Like you don't have to have a bag to score the ball. You know what I mean? Like, you don't. Man, Kyrie said this is the Super Bowl. It's just an old game for us, man. I would need a great big hooping. We did 1v1 for real. I see. Honestly, I've been 1v1 like in basketball since probably I would say like my sophomore in high school. That's how long it's been since I actually had a 1v1 against somebody. I mean, it's been a long time since I had that yeah, since I had a 1v1 with somebody. It's been years. It's been years. Hooping high key you should do in real life. IRLs in real life, like from time to time. I'll think about that. Hooping would lock up Kyrie in 1v1. Packers go. You got to earn that fall, though, man. I mean, you got to earn that fall, though. That Packers goat. I mean, that comes with time and trust. I know Packers goat, but like, I don't know, man. It's just like it's weird. I think eventually over time, I think I'll eventually follow you, but like you gotta earn that. I mean, you gotta earn that follow. I mean, I don't hand out follows for like they're candy. I mean, you gotta earn it. Y'all lucky Pat Riley ain't playing. Oh, what's going on, Edwin? Bro, Edwin, I won 68 games and won the championship, man. And that was the year after he beat me. You know what I mean? That was the year that you beat me. You know what I mean? It was the year after. So, do I follow Jason Tatum? Yeah, I follow Jason Tatum. Hey Edwin, if you play tonight, I'm looking forward to that Grizzlies Pelican rematch. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm looking forward to that rematch, Edwin. I want a rematch because that was a fluke. That was a fluke, Edwin. You beat me. You beat me because when you were simming, I was sleeping. So I couldn't make adjustments. You beat my team when I was snoozing. I mean, I literally fell asleep. You know what's hilarious about that? I literally fell asleep like literally right before the playoffs started. Then that's why I fell asleep. So I missed the first round matchup between your team and my team. We only sinned one season. Yeah, we did. Yeah, Packers go. Edwin. It's only one season. We only sinned one season. Yeah, man. I'm angry at myself for falling asleep because I guarantee if I didn't fall asleep, I would have won that series. Why I fall asleep in the big? Because I was tired. I was tired, dude. I was exhausted yesterday. I really was. I was tired. Sometimes the body just wants to sleep. I mean, it is what it is. I'm impressed if I went to the conference finals with this young ass team. Hey, Packers goat. Did your jaw hit the floor when you looked at my roster? You're like, holy shit, this guy is like Team USA. I mean, this is like a Olympic level roster. Like, honestly, with my roster that I have, one of these years I should win like 75 games. Honestly, dude, I got fucking Zion, Cade, um, Zion, Cade, De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo. Jaden McDaniels, Trey Murphy, Corey Casper, and I think I'm missing another name. Oh yeah, Kongwu, that guy from Atlanta, him too. Phenomenal backup center for me. Lindsay, Lindsay, join the 2K, man. Join the 2K, bro. Join our 2K league, man. If you're to Pelt Ingram, I would keep Zion just based off his potential. I think you basically know what you got in Ingram. I still think there's another gear for Zion to hit, so I would trade Brandon Ingram if I was the Pelicans. I know his injury history. I understand that, but you just got that's a risk you got to run. I mean, you got to run that risk of. All right, boards. See, boards. That's a tricky question. Like, I don't know enough about that. I mean, like, I really don't. Like, generally honest with you, like, I don't pay attention to that type of stuff, boards. So I don't know. Like, I just don't know enough about the situation. I don't. I don't know enough about the situation. If I would do more, if I would do some research on and like look at the facts and everything and of the situation of that particular thing that you asked me about, I would give you an answer. But I just I don't follow it. I don't follow it enough. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Pelicans should blow it up and turn Zion Ingram. See, no, I'm not blowing that up. No, I'm not blowing. Bro. I'm trading Ingram and CJ, and I'm building a better team around Zion. That's what I'm doing. Where would I bring Tatum and Brown as a duo? Um, shit, I gotta think about the duos. I really do. I gotta sit down and think about the duos. Are they better than Luka and Kyrie? Yeah, because they did something that Luka and Kyrie haven't done as of yet. We'll see if they do it by tonight, and that's get a team to the NBA Finals. So when they if they do it, and then it's close, and then whoever wins the finals, I think will have the edge in that duo debate. LeBron or AD? I'd take Tatum and Brown this year over LeBron and AD. Man, get this out of here. What about Giannis and Dame? I'd take Tatum and Brown. Giannis and Dame didn't really play that well together, Legacy. I thought both were better when one of them was out of the lineup. Do I think Dame is past his prime? I think he is past his prime. Do I do fantasy leagues? Mm, mm, I don't know. I think it's Frank. I know it's Frankie. Frankie has like 50 accounts on boards. That was definitely Frankie. I know that was Frankie. Hooping, I think Giannis is still in his prime. Yeah, he's still in his prime. He had a great season for sure. He's still in his prime. Would you ever do 2K videos? Would I ever do 2K videos? No. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me let you guys think about this, man. I'll see y'all in a couple days. All right, bye. Peace.